Hello, everyone. Let's wait a few minutes and then we can get started. Hey, everyone. Thanks for joining. Let's wait a few more minutes and then we can get started. Started here. So currently we have Tracy, Jamie, and Nirda who has joined us. We have Anna here as well. Anna, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you just fine.
Perfect.
And I will be moderating this conversation and helping Timo to navigate your questions at the end of the presentation and the Q&A.
Yes. Hi everyone, and thanks for joining us. You can use the chat to say, let us know where you're coming from, and what grades are you teaching. Would be interesting to hear generally your background as well. Who is joining us today? We'll get started in just a few minutes. We'll wait for.
Technical note, Timo. You might want to change my presentation rights on this so that I could let everybody use the chat, because right now it's still private.
All right, let's see. If I can change you. I can make it a host.
Yeah,
but I
should
guess
work.
that's not right because this would change the host. Sorry everyone, this is our first ever webinar ever. So we're still also in the process of figuring some things out. Let's see if I can. Hello all. If you can see the chat. But also for you, let's see. Yep, just a few minutes. Oh, now everyone should be able to chat as well in the chat. So let us know where you're coming in from, what grades do you teach, and we'll get started right away. So we have Victoria, Tracy, Jaquela, Nirda, Jamie, and Altoria who has joined us. Just maybe one more minute, and then we'll get right to it. So we have 7th and 8th grades. Okay. Hey Tracy, nice to meet you as well. So remedial math for 3rd grade, and Altoria from Florida. Very cool, very cool. So I am currently in Charlotte, North Carolina, and Anna is in Spain, in Europe. Valencia is the place, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it's already the afternoon for me. Well, closer to the night.
Okay, perfect. So let's see. Now we'll get started right away. And see if I can give some more permissions to Anna as well. Or Anna, actually, you can ask the questions maybe in the chat during my presentation, if that works as well. Perfect. Okay, let's get started. When people will be joining us during the webinar, then very good. So first of all, I'm gonna quickly talk about generally what the idea of this webinar today is. and what are the goals that we want to achieve and equip you with. So first of all, we want to kind of talk more about regarding 99 Math, and how can we help you make all of your students become successful. The other thing that we want to talk about is how to increase student attitude and love towards math, and they should, especially from the angle of using 99 Math for personalization. Yeah, and this is the third point as well, a few tips on personalization, and especially through the different kinds of game modes that we have with 99 Math. Then also we're going to talk about this new premium version that we mentioned in the email, and what this premium version consists of. And then a few tips on how to avoid learning loss during summertime, if the kids, in any case, if kids are on break, and generally how to help you save time with your teaching, and how to make your teaching more effective. So brief introduction as well. So my name is Tim. I'm one of the creators of 99 Math. Originally, the founders of 99 Math are from Estonia. It's a very small country in Northeast Europe. However, we are focused on the US, and this is where I'm currently based at as well. I'm being joined by Anna, who is helping us moderate this quick webinar here. And yeah, we started 99 Math 6 years ago. I was still in high school at this time, and during that time, I noticed how math can become so much more exciting through using gamification and game design. So throughout these 6 years, our mission has been to make math exciting for kids, and to help teachers like you reach results. So yeah, as I mentioned, this is our first ever webinar. So hopefully we'll find some good tips here on how to help you become more successful. I would encourage you to participate in the chat, write down your questions, and also yeah, comment on any of the things that you might find insightful. And we do have a separate question round at the end of it, when I can maybe take a couple of questions and cover these. So it's going to be about 30 minutes roughly. I know teachers are super busy, so I'll try to make it as insightful and as efficient as possible for you. So let's get started. First of all, generally, like, why did we even create 99 Math? We wanted to help teachers mostly, improve the foundational math skills, the math fact fluency for your students, and to really help, each and every one of your students to become confident and score better at the end of the year results. Because, of course, as probably all of you know, math fact fluency really is one of the strongest predictor of end of year math results. And also, what it does is, when kids are fluent in math, it helps build this confidence in their other math abilities as well. And we really are focused with 99 Math on building this academic success and building the confidence for the students. So all of the other curriculum that you're going to be teaching them, this kind of teaching and learning becomes a lot more efficient because the kids have these foundational math skills. And yeah, as I mentioned, of course, math fact fluency is the strongest predictor of later academic success as well. So that's the main focus of 99 Math. And here, just to give you an example of the effectiveness of using different personalization ways with 99 Math. So we work very closely with teachers. So here's a teacher from Pennsylvania, Christy Houston, who measured the effectiveness of using 99 Math. And as you can see, this has resulted in very significant growth in just a couple of months with math fact fluency. So 10 minutes daily on average, and the entire class saw 445% fluency growth on average. And this is what we want to help you achieve as well. And in some cases, there was a student who was kind of in the bottom 3 of the entire class, and they scored like 3,000% over a few months. And after after the period, they were the second scoring student in the entire class. Okay, so let's get into the different tips. So we're going to talk briefly about how to personalize 99 Math via the different kinds of game modes that we have. The first of all, we're going to talk briefly about the home play version, which some of you might be familiar with. Then a few tips on how to personalize 99 Math with the already existing live mode. And then I'm going to talk about the new solo mode as well, which is a part of the new premium version of the product. Okay, first of all, just to give you a quick background on even how to get access to these individual game modes, this home play and the solo mode. So many teachers are used to using live mode without any kind of student accounts. However, if you want to get access to more individualized game modes, then you would have to create student accounts. This is super easy. So first of all, what you have to do is just create a new class. So you can, if you're using Google Classroom, if you're using Clever, then you can just import your classes from there, and the student accounts are already added. Or if not, you can create a class manually as well, and then you have a login and a password for each and every one of your students. And then we can start showing you different kinds of data on the students over time as well. And once you've created a class, then the students just have to go to 99math.com and log in, and then use the account information that they have. And now, once the kids are logging in, then they have access to this. So this is the entirely new game, which students are super psyched about. So this is now when the students are logged in. So first of all, this is free for all of the users, and this is going to be the first way how you can use 99 Math for personalization. So for example, when you're in your lesson, you're having your students log in, then we have this game mode called the home play or the home mode. And the students can use it at home, but they can also use it during class. So the home mode is super simple. It works in a way where you as a teacher, you don't have to create any games like with the live game. You can just tell the kids to go and play the home mode. And the idea here is that the students can select the exact topics that they wish to practice. So for example, for some kids, you can direct them to do addition. For some kids, you can direct them to do subtraction. And the solving itself is very similar like it is to the live mode. However, all of the students are working at their own skills, at their own pace. So this is the first thing, one of the easiest way to personalize 99 Math for each and every one of your students. However, with the home mode, the thing is that you don't get too much data on it, like data on student progress or activity. This is more part of the solo mode that I'm going to talk about a bit later. Now, another thing that is very neat about the home play mode, and something just to give you an understanding of what we're currently working on, is the ability to play with friends. So essentially, what it means is that the students can pretty much create their own live games and invite their friends to play with them. So for example, in the class, what you can do is you can split students into different groups, more or less based on level or based on the skills that they should be working on. And then the students will create their own games within the class and work on the skills that you tell them to work on. So this is a thing that is launching soon with the home play, and something that we have seen in testing is super exciting. So that's the home mode. Now, here now are a few tips on how to personalize 99 Math with the already existing live mode. So with the live mode, as you know, this works usually when someone is hosting the game. Usually it's a teacher and the entire class is playing, right? Now, what you can do here, and what we've seen teachers do, is, again, what you can do is you can split your students into different groups. And you can split them based on the level or the skills they should be working on. And for example, what you can do here, you can have one of the groups play the individual home play, the thing I just currently talked about. And for the other group, you can host a game for them. For example, if one group should be working on subtraction, then you as a teacher will take 5 minutes, you will host a live game for them, and this group will play the live game while the others are playing the home mode. And then you can switch it up. For example, then the next group will be working on the live mode, you host it, and then the kids who were playing the live mode before, they can start working on the home play. So this is one of the simplest ways of creating these different activities in the classroom, but still having some sort of personalization with 99 Math. And as you know, of course, the live mode is super exciting for kids. So here you might be able to create some more new activities for them. So that's one way of using live modes for this. Another way, if you're doing rotation stations, for example, I know some teachers are, some teachers aren't, but again, what you can do with the rotation stations is more or less the same logic. You split your students up into different groups, more or less based on the level or the skill they should be working on. And for example, in the teacher-led station, you are now hosting a live game for this one group, for the exact skill they should be working on. And of course, as you know, with the live mode, you have this immediate feedback with the most common mistakes. So this allows for a more individualized feedback for your students as well, and to really understand what are they missing and what they should be working on. So that's just another way of using the live mode for personalization. Now I'm going to talk about a few new features that we added with the 99 Math Premium version. This one probably one of the most highly requested features that we have had with the live mode is the ability to mix multiple skills into one game. So why is it important and why did we create this? Is because now the kids have an ability to develop their cognitive flexibility because they have to actually take a moment to think, am I doing addition? Am I doing multiplication? Or maybe I'm doing division. So we have really seen that the students are within one live game progressing in multiple skills at the same time. And essentially, this has resulted in a lot more student engagement as well, because the students, have to take a moment to think, what skill am I doing now? As opposed to like practicing and solving, like, for example, multiplication over and over again. And of course, in a bigger sense, this will help you be more effective at your job as well. Use your class time more effectively by using multiple skills into one game. Now, another thing that we are adding with the new premium version is the ability to print and share reports as well. Now, from a personalization standpoint, what this means is that we're going to be developing a feature where you're able to share and print out each and every student's individual report. So for example, what are the mistakes they're making? What are the skills they should be working on? And you can share this information with parents or the students themselves, and then they will have their own feedback on the exact things they should be working on. So this is another part of the new premium version. And another thing we're adding is the ability to see most common mistakes over time. So again, another thing to kind of give an understanding for you as a teacher, what are the most pressing issues that need to be worked on. So these are the things for the live mode. Now, this new premium version also is including a entirely new game mode that is the solo mode. So the solo mode is something that is more teacher directed in a sense that the students are not able to choose anything that they want to practice, but here you as a teacher assign the exact kind of the paths and the goals they should be working on. It is still individualized, and this is also more adaptive. So the students, you assign them a path, and then the students are mastering the math facts based on their own individual level at their own pace. And yeah, as I mentioned, this is going to be more adaptive for each and every student's skill. So every student is working on the things they should be working on, which of course leads to a lot higher engagement and also a lot higher progress as well. So I'm going to talk you through the solo mode a little bit more in detail. And okay, one more thing is of course you'll be getting lots of different data on students' progress as well with the new solo mode. Okay, so how does it work generally? The solo mode, you start off by assigning a path. So a path is something you just assign once at the beginning of starting to use solo mode. So you don't have to assign it every lesson. It takes the students at their own pace, at their own level through the paths. So students work at their own pace until they have reached mastery within this path that you assigned them. Take the entire student through the entire process of reaching these different kinds of math facts. All right. And the last thing, of course, that I mentioned is the ability to see data and to really understand what is going on with the class. I'm going to talk a bit more in detail about this. And of course, as the end result, math fact fluency is achieved in all different skills. And this is what we want to help you do. Okay, so now here's kind of how the different paths work. So as I mentioned, you just assign it once. Currently, we have paths from 1st to 8th grade. Mostly, they are focused on math fact fluency at first, so addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. However, soon enough, we will be adding some more paths as well. So you just assign a path, and you can assign different paths to different students, because of course students are on different levels, and you have all the time you have the ability to differentiate if needed. So for example, if you want to pull some students back, or advance some students ahead a little bit more, assign some more advanced paths, then you always have this flexibility. And soon enough, we will have a pre-assessment coming soon as well, where we kind of do the job of analyzing the students' level. We do it for you, so you don't have to worry about that. So this is upcoming and something we plan to do in the future. Okay, and now about the solo mode, generally about the student, from the student side a little bit as well. So here's just another example of how does the path look like for the kids. So the students really like it because it's very familiar to them from different kinds of games. And as you can see here, they can see on the path all the different progress that they have made, which makes them super excited, of course, because they're like running up to the teacher saying, "Hey, I'm on level 10, I'm on level 10." However, they can also see all the progress that is to be made in there as well. So something that's very, very simple, but keeps the students engaged and motivated to progress within their path. And a few other things on the student side. So we spent a lot of time in the classrooms trying to figure out how can we make math exciting for kids. So we have added some new features here as well. For example, the students can collect different pets into the pet park, and they have all kinds of different avatars there that they can collect, which are also shown on the live mode. However, something that we really focused on here is finding a very good balance between the game side and also time on task. So most of the time is still the students are working on the math, and this is why they're showing so much progress. So in some cases, like students were like a class was solving like 3,000 math problems in 10 minutes collectively. But because with many different platforms, the problem is that there's too much focus on the game side. So we have kind of focused more on time on task with these additional motivation features. So something to really engage the students with. Okay, and as mentioned, for the solo mode, we have new additional curriculum coming soon as well. So you will be able to practice like fractions, equations, percentages, everything with the solo mode as well, with a more adaptive and individualized way. Okay, and now I'm going to give you a quick understanding of the data side. So we have different kinds of layers of data. So this is a report for the solo mode. So this is kind of like a class snapshot, which gives you a very simple and very clear understanding of what is going on with the class. So where are the students at? How much progress over time they're making? How much time they're spending? Are they even putting in effort? What is their accuracy? And also to really help you understand if someone is stuck and if someone needs help with any kind of concepts. Now, let's say if anyone is stuck, then you can go more in depth with an individual report. So this is the individual report where you're able to see the historical data of each and every student. And again, you can see the effort put in. You can see, what mistakes they're making, etc., to give you a really clear understanding of where does the student need help. And most importantly, of course, seeing mistakes as well. This is a very simple but a very useful thing for the teachers, again, to help them get a clear picture of how to help the students and maybe what needs some more attention. So that's the solo mode, and as you can see, the solo mode is a bit more teacher directed. It's a bit more adaptive and individualized, and also it comes with a lot more data. And actually, we do have plans to create like site level data as well for administrators, so they can also understand what is it that the school or the classes need to work on, and generally how they're progressing over time. Okay, and that's about it. That's to recap. There's a few things you can do with the live mode to personalize 99 Math. First of all, creating these different kinds of groups within your class, more or less based on student level or the skills that they should be working on. And then you can have them either host a live game for one of the groups, and then the other groups would play the solo mode or the home play, and then you can switch, for example. Or if you're doing rotation stations, then you can apply the same logic there, where one group is, solving one type of skills, and then the other group is solving other types of skills. And with the premium version, you will have the ability to mix multiple skills into one game, again, to give some more flexibility for the live mode, and to have kids progress in multiple skills at the same time, and to with the premium to share the individual reports and see most common mistakes as well. And with the individual modes, so now individual modes being the home play and the solo mode, first of all, create classes and student accounts to even get access to this, all these different kinds of game modes. And you can, in the class, you can play the home game, which is free to use. However, in there, the students will be choosing their own skills, and you will not get any data. And with the solo mode now, where you can kind of direct students more into the exact skills they should be working on, and to assign this individualized practice, and then get all kinds of data on activity, on progress, and really skyrocket the student excitement. So this is generally the overview of the different ways of personalizing. So I did know we reached out more regarding this premium version, but I wanted to give some more background on different ways of using, either free or with the premium version. But to give you some background on how the premium is structured, So we are currently offering plans for schools usually. So the idea is that 99 Math can be used from first to eighth grade. In some cases, it's even high schools that are using 99 Math, and the entire school can get value from this. So many administrators have already bought it. They see it being very affordable, and we also currently have this early bird offer as well, where if you get it this school year, you'll get a significant discount. And yeah, for the administrators, we plan to add a lot more value as well. But they already see that it's very helpful in achieving the results for their entire school. So yeah, usually how it works is that just we go into the call with administrators and we'll take care of the rest. So you as a teacher don't have to worry about anything. And yeah, just some of the few things I mentioned here regarding personalization. You can use these in summer as well. So if the students know how to get access to 99 Math, they can play this at home as well and build on the skills during the summer as well to avoid learning loss and yeah, to really reach the math facts for throughout the summertime as well. Okay, so let's see. We do have a little bit of time, so we can create a really quick demo on the live mode as well to give you an understanding of how the mixing multiple skills work. Just let us know in the chat if you'd like to try this. If not, if you have any questions about anything, you can also let us know in the chat. And I can just, first of all, I can show you generally how it looks like on the teacher side when you are when you have access to the premium version. So here, I'm assuming you can see my 99 Math now. This is a premium account, and here we have the mix multiple skills, and it is super simple, where the teachers, you can just click on mix multiple skills, and then you can just choose any of the skills that you wish to practice. So for example, if I want to create a game with, let's say, subtraction, I can choose subtraction. I can add in multiplication. I can add in division. I don't know, let's go crazy. We can add in equations as well. And all of the different skills you choose are shown in here. And then all the other side is the exact same. You start the live game, the students log in with a code, and just when they're playing now, they will have a mix of all these different skills that you selected them. So that's generally how the mixing skills works. It's super simple, but of course you will still have reports on kind of the entire game as well. To see what are you can still see most common mistakes. You can still see what mistakes the students were making in the after game report as well. And yeah, a very neat and very simple feature that teachers will really like. So yeah, that's generally it. Do you have any other questions that you would like to ask? Anna, do we have any questions here? I can help the teachers with.
We do not have any questions in the moment. I think that everything was pretty clear. Let's give a couple more moments for our teachers to maybe type in chat what they want to know about personalization tricks for 99 Math. And if there's no questions, we'll wrap it up and everyone will be able to receive the recording of this webinar in a couple of days. We'll send the email to the participants and you will be able to share it with your colleagues, your administration, or whoever you want to share it with, or just rewatch it.
Yeah, and I really hope this was helpful. I hope you got some new ideas from here at least to help you help you be more effective, because that's generally what we want to do. We want to help you reach the results and help you engage your students. So yeah.
We got the question. Victoria is asking, she's using the free version, but she would like to upgrade to premium. Are there any materials that she could share with the principal?
Yeah, absolutely. Very good question. So first of all, the easiest thing to probably share with the principal is we have our pricing page, which is already targeted towards administrations. So I can show this here. This is pricing.99math.com. And here the administrator can see all the different background of the new premium version. What does it help them do? What are the different features? And what is the pricing as well? And also what we're currently working on is a one-pager material as well, which you can share with the administration. So this is up and coming in the next week maybe, and we will add this into this pricing page as well.
And also Tracy is asking if the school board orders, this will be every teacher to have solo mode. Will every teacher have solo mode?
Yes. So once the school orders it, then all of your teachers in the school will have access to the premium version. So this will be the solo mode. This will be all of the data you get with it, mixing multiple skills and all the things we talked about. The entire school will have access to this.
And maybe important to know that we also offer onboarding for the school. Sometimes not all of the teachers in a school are active users of 99 Math. And yeah, we do the presentation, we teach your entire staff how to use it.
Yes, exactly. But usually we've seen it's pretty simple, since this ease of use is on top of our mind for existing and new users as well. So usually it is very quick and easy to start with. Okay, I guess that's it with the questions. Yeah, I do hope that you enjoyed it and you found it useful. As Anna mentioned, we'll send over the recording as well, so you can share it with each other. I mean, with your colleagues, for example. And yeah, if you want to get more information, we have pricing.99math.com. This is also accessible through our main webpage, 99math.com as well. And if you have any other questions, we're happy to help. Shoot us an email and let's wrap it up. Thanks for joining us, our very first webinar. So yeah, thank you everyone, and thanks for your questions and participation as well. Thanks.
Thank you everyone, and
All
good
right.
luck with the tests if they still going for your school.
Absolutely. All right, and thanks for using 99 Math as well. All right, bye everyone.